Hello, welcome to this video on the TransLution Database Object Viewer. This tool is used to assist in understanding which custom database objects are being used by TransLution and all the places they are being used. For example, if you are troubleshooting a problem or making changes to a function and you discover that a specific stored procedure needs to be changed, use this tool to quickly see all the places in TransLution that the specific stored procedure is being used. That way you can go about making the changes without missing any functions. The tool lets you view details of stored procedures, views, and tables without being able to make any changes. In this video, we cover the installation, configuration, as well as take a look at how to use the tool and understand the results. For the installation, head over to the TransLution support zone. Select Software Downloads. The software is found in the TransLution Utilities zip folder. Once it is downloaded, unzip the folder and extract all the components. Before installing the application, copy the XML file found in the installation folder to the TransLution settings folder on your C drive. Edit the file to point to your SQL Server instance and enter the name of one of the databases you will be viewing and save. Now go to the folder where the application was extracted and install the application. The installer will guide you through the process. Once complete, you should see the TransLution Database Object Viewer shortcut on your desktop. Double-click on the shortcut to open the application. Click on Setup if you need to point the application to look at a different SQL instance. Enter your connection data and the application will allow you to view details about any database on that server. Even though the server name is defined by the settings, you can select any database to view details by clicking on the drop-down arrow. You have the option to view stored procedures, views, or tables, either custom or core. The application will return a list of all selected objects unless you use the like to filter. The filter is done based on items starting with the entered text, not any items containing the selected text. In the box, enter what you're looking for and then click on List Items to see the results. The Object List panel shows a list of all the objects that have been returned. The text 17 procedures in selected database tells you that 17 stored procedures meeting the filter criteria were returned. If you do not use any filters, you are likely to see a message like this. This is just a warning, so select OK to continue. You may need to wait a few minutes, especially if you are fetching data across a network. In this example, we will filter for all stored procedures starting with the words USB_general. In the object list, the red lines are stored procedures that are not used by TransLution, and the green lines are those that are. Let's select this stored procedure to take a look at the results. Here we see the data in the right-hand side grid with 3 tabs. Let's take a look at these tabs in detail. The TransLution cross-reference grid shows us each place the selected stored procedure is used. This is important as it means that if you want to edit the procedure, you need to be aware of all the other uses as well. Now let's explain the columns. The type column tells us that the stored procedure is used as a custom validation stored procedure. The item column tells us the function it is used in separated by the step name. So the function area is transfers and the step name is bin transfer def validate quantity. The used with column tells us that the stored procedure is used in a custom validation. The last column simply shows the name of the stored procedure we are looking at. SQL Cross-Reference tab tells us which other database objects are referenced by the selected stored procedure. In this case, the stored procedure is referring to the synonym syn_lot_detail table. If we select a stored procedure that is used across multiple databases, it would look like this, showing the different database names. The Definition tab shows the SQL data. This is particularly useful if you don't have access to SQL to view the objects. Note the application does not allow the database objects to be edited in any way. Note that the tool works in the same way for views and tables as well. So if we filter for views beginning with the text VW_cycle, this tells us that there are 6 views beginning with this text, and here we can see the results of the search. We can also filter for tables. Let's look at tables starting with TBL_receiving. Here we see the results of the search. There are 3 tables in the database meeting the search criteria. We hope that you will find this tool useful. Thank you for your time.